Yeah, so now we got both screens recorded. So let me pull up my tactile dash black. What is that? I have no clue what dash black is. Tactile there. Is dash black still there? I have no clue what dash black is, right? But we're on. So let me send some messages. So if I let me see. So I put something. Would you focus on this and not on me? Object. Would you focus out on me and focus on the object? Yeah, I guess so. It's a whole lot better. Hmm. Three minutes till it's going down. I don't know how long I'll be on this call. Separate. Oh, EJ.
What's up, man?
happening?
Chilling. Enjoying the day, brother.
I feel you.
Understood. I can see it. It says it on the top left.
It says at the top left.
Yeah. No, you're showing me what you're working on.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
What's up, guys?
What's up, man?
What up, Ken? What's happening, sir? Got the post credit scenes around here.
Good to know. It's ironic.
Can you hear me?
That sound.
I can.
The phone sound your bird just made. You hear that?
Yeah, everybody's quiet. I can't hear anyone.
Yeah,
I'm here.
volume is pretty low.
Oh, let's turn it up. I'm going to turn on my volume.
Yeah, you're very quiet.
Now, what's good, man?
What's going on, EJ?
And my volume is the highest I can have it. Huh.
Man, I can't hear him at all. I think my phone's
I'm about to fix it.
Yeah, everything's real low volume.
Okay, everybody's having a problem.
1 second here. Is everybody still low volume now?
I was like, oh my God, is that a roach or something?
Is everybody still low volume? Can you hear me?
Yeah, it's pretty low. I can hear
barely
it, make
hear
it
you,
out.
man.
What about me? Can you guys hear me?
I
No,
hear
you're
you
same.
now.
quiet.
Can
Too.
hear you.
Everybody's quiet. I can't hear a damn thing. Yeah, my volume's on high. Yeah, I just turned volume to high.
Ooh, it just got much better for some reason.
It ain't no better for
Is
me.
it better now?
Oh, much better for me.
It's not better for me. I can't hear anything.
Try jumping off, jump back on, Justin. It should work.
Okay.
I don't know.
Whatever you did worked a lot. I mean, big difference.
That pump. Hey.
Let's go. I don't even see his sound move when he talks.
Got it. I had to change it. It sound. You had to tap the little sound thing and go to speaker.
Oh.
Can you hear now?
Yeah.
Sweet. I was gonna give whoever jumps in like 2 minutes or so. I don't know. Let's see.
It's a holiday.
So who you talking to over there, Justin?
Mr. Deadpool.
That's what I thought.
Mr. Deadpool got some plans for the show?
We got a few things up our sleeve.
Yeah, that's pretty hilarious.
I like that Yoda. I like that Yoda in the background. First thing I saw.
It's like a 2,000-piece Lego set.
Yep.
Dang. That's crazy.
Years ago, me and my brother put together the Millennium Falcon from a set years ago. But
That's probably 20 years ago, right there.
yeah, about the same. Did you glue them together, or they just
No, actually, that thing fell about 3 years ago and busted into a million pieces, and I took 2 years to put the bitch back together.
The way with words there, man.
Let me jump on my Wi-Fi. They just told me I'm on my data.
Damn, I gotta put a ball cap on. My head is glaring.
And nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that at all.
Just sexy CNA up a little bit, you know. Nothing wrong with a little bald head showing. Raise up our Q rating a little bit.
That's so funny.
I had a Star Wars shirt, but what had happened was
Pardon that.
can't find it.
Where did you get JC2?
Friday, May 1st.
What in the hell is going on over there?
Something looks like I want to be a part of. I heard
I know,
Daisy
right?
Duke.
You know, I'm in the same neighborhood. I could be at that house in like 5 minutes. I should have went my ass over there.
You can watch from 6 feet away. You can still social distance. From look through the garage or something, window, peeping Tom. Yeah, baby. Yeah.
What in the hell, Mr. Deadpool? What's really going on over there? Holy shit.
Woo, buddy.
They're really free, actually.
All right.
There's no way I could be doing that to keep a straight face, knowing I'm seeing all that in front of me. It's like,
Every Sunday night, that's the game. He tries to make us break.
She did a good job last night, too. Shh.
I don't know about that.
All right.
On point, man.
We got somebody else joined, but I think it's through phone.
It is. I don't necessarily know if they want to be muted or not. So, it might be Mel.
You want to introduce yourself?
It might be Mel. She said she had to work. There's John. Mel says she just want to listen, so it might be her.
Okay.
John, bro.
It comes out.
John's on mute.
John, you're muted, bro.
Man, y'all got the giggles over there. What y'all do right before the camera got on?
Oh, I did it right then before the camera on, buddy. What are you talking about? Stepped off camera.
We don't hide nothing. I'm watching you.
It's literally right there.
Let's get this show running. We giving people about 6 minutes. I guess we'll have more people actually pop in and out.
I think you said
so let me actually so I would just cue it off in 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Hey, see that gives Glenn. Hello, coming to get another video. We're here on a beautiful day. I got a bunch of people actually on. This is May the 4th be with you. This is a super califragilisticexpialidocious holiday. Well, I guess it's holiday or a celebration. So I just wanted to spend some time to talk to everybody about Star Wars stuff, man, and get a chance where we hear everybody's opinion. Look at that lightsaber of Star Wars. But before we do that, make sure you actually check us out on all our shows on our Team Live page, Sunday through Saturday from 7:30 Eastern, 8:30 Eastern to 7:30 Central. So just want to make sure I put that plug in there. But without further ado, I'm gonna let some people introduce themselves. So I'm gonna start at the bottom all the way to my right and go up. Right? I guess that works here. So I guess that would be you, Justin. Right?
What's up, everybody? Justin, coming to you on a Monday. May the 4th be with you.
It's on you, Ken.
What's up, everybody? It's Ken. Usually Sunday nights with Justin. May the 4th be with everybody.
And then it's on you, John.
Hey, this is John McLeod. I do the Saturday night show, and may the 4th be with you.
And then, without further ado, I got my main man, EJ.
What's going on, y'all? This EJ, aka the Live Almanac. Look, one thing I gotta say is I don't like sand either, but we'll talk about that later on.
So, the first thing we're gonna talk about is something that the boys below, or my fellows host on Sunday, have been watching. You guys got a chance to see the season finale, right?
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah.
Was that considered the series finale, right? That's like it, right?
That's the series finale. Yes, sir.
That's it. So how was it? You know, you can spoil. I mean, I guess you give out some spoilers. I honestly have not seen. I am very bad. I kind of actually had other things to watch than Clone Wars, so I'm going to catch up and we'll see that. But go ahead, spill the beans.
Well, first of all, shame on you, because this is some of the best Star Wars we've seen in a long time. When you want Star Wars, the last 3 or 4 episodes have been pure and simple, fantastic Star Wars. But this last episode was so good. Ken, did you see it?
I did. Beautiful visuals, lots of fan service. Great wrap up to the Clone Wars.
Yeah, what I told you and our other buddy this morning is what this wrapped up and told us about Clone Wars was that Clone Wars was a story about Ahsoka's journey, and the Skywalker saga was just the background.
That's absolutely right.
Yeah, everything we worked for 7 seasons, this was telling us the story of Ahsoka. Like I said, the Skywalker trilogy and everything behind it, that was really just the setup to tell us that story. And I really think it sets us up for the future of Star Wars, don't y'all?
I was going to ask that question. Does it set us up for Mandalorian?
I think it sets us up for a lot of things. We mentioned on the show last night, but Ahsoka uttered the phrase that we heard in Rogue One, I am one with the Force and the Force is with me. That's the first time in the canon that's been mentioned. So is that something that she created, that mantra in that moment, and it's somehow spread throughout the universe to become a calling card of the early rebellion? Or even a religious mantra.
Tell them to move the sign over so you can see. You can't see it all. Other way, towards you.
But yeah, I completely agree with Justin, man. It completely filled out Ahsoka's story a little bit. And I think it does set us up for the Mandalorian. I think that's the plan. I mean, we all know Rosario Dawson is going to be Ahsoka, a grown-up Ahsoka in season 2 of Mandalorian.
Well, and I think it sets us up for maybe even more long-term. I was kicking this theory around with my buddy this morning, but we see at the end of this that Ahsoka, you know, she is going to go off on her own, you know, as the Empire stood up. But what if she, you know, we see her at the end of Rebels going off to find Ezra, and that's the last time we've seen her. What if she brings back Ezra into the Mandalorian, takes on the little Yoda, raises him, and then we're being told we're going to get a Rey standalone movie. What if that Rey standalone movie is her and Ahsoka bringing up a new world of Jedi with that little baby Yoda?
Oh, man, that's a super complicated theory there. Wow, that's awesome.
That's a huge complicated theory there, right? So, question, right? So how does this associate to Rebels, right? Because Rebels had Ahsoka at the end, right?
Well, if you've seen all of Rebels, she comes in season 2, I believe. We're introduced to her and Rex as an older man, and some of the other clones that had managed to get away from the Empire. So we see Ahsoka. She takes on Darth Vader. She dies in the Jedi Temple. She comes back at the end of Jedi through another Jedi Temple. They somehow reach into the past and bring her in. So that's how she is alive at the end of Clone Wars to go off and try to find Ezra.
Huh.
Timey-wimey, yes.
So, what? I'm just baffled. Like, I don't know. Is that supposed to bring? Is that supposed to give us a lead in to seeing her as an adult, as from Rebels, or is it lead in adult from Clone Wars?
Well, like
Because
I said,
she's an adult in
last
Rebels.
time I saw her was the end of Rebels.
Right.
So we have not seen her again from that point. All of episode 4 through 6 happens. We never see her. And now we're going to see her in the time between episode 6 and episode 7.
Huh.
Because that's when The Mandalorian takes place.
Okay. So overall, what would you guys consider this the best season of Clone Wars, or what?
I do.
I consider it some of the best Star Wars we've seen in a long time.
I'd say the best Star Wars, period, man. Clone Wars is kind of the Star Wars that I've always wanted.
Absolutely.
A lot better storytelling, in my opinion. Yeah, I loved it. I love this last season. Was amazing. Great
Last
ending.
3 or 4 episodes specifically.
Absolutely.
So speaking about being the best, right? EJ, you seen all 9 movies, right?
Yes.
Best or worst, go.
Nah, I'm not gonna put them in order. What I will say is my favorite would be honestly, man, my favorite is probably the one that has no Jedis in it whatsoever. So I'll probably go with well, it does have Vader in it right at the end, so you know.
So Rogue One.
Yeah, Rogue One. That's probably my favorite one all the way. I love the. If I have to go with the traditional ones, I will go with Empire. You know what I'm saying? But Rogue One did it for me. It gave me. It filled in what was going on, and then I love the fact that, you know, spoiler alert, you know, pretty much everybody dies at the end, but they can still complete the mission. That means something to me, being a, you know, former military. That kind of just, you know, I identify with them doing everything they need to do to complete the mission, even though it was a suicide mission at the end of the day. So that really did something for me. And how close Vader was to getting it was like, it's just like, you know what's gonna happen, but just seeing it, you know, it's like how close he was, you know, for that plan to fail was real awesome to me. But Empire, if I'm talking about the regular ones, you know, the core 9 of the series or whatnot. And I hate Solo, but my favorite memory for CNA is when we went to go see Solo. And the team a couple of years ago went to go see Solo. That was real fire. But yeah, I slept through like that entire movie, and it was horrible. And I wasn't sleepy, but I slept through it because it sucked, not because I was sleepy. So that's my little spiel right there. And the other one that sucks is to be Attack of the Clones. That's the one where I think Anakin's, you know, goes on the rant about sand, stuff like that. with and why is Padme checking out a little kid like that? You know what I'm saying? Like, buddy's like, how long had you been wanting to sleep with him, man? Because y'all ain't seen each other for how many years, and then next time y'all see each other is how many years later? Like, you grew feelings that quick? You obviously was feeling Buddy when he was like, 8 years old. So I just want to put that out there.
You don't know the power of his dark side.
You don't know the power of the dark side,
It
brother.
must, he's great with the lightsaber. So that's my little spiel. Personal opinion. All of it's subjective. I know. Please don't run me over, everybody. I'm already getting texts from people. You better say. I'm sorry, y'all. My bad. I love y'all.
So Ken, I misquoted, right? So out of 11 movies, would you be able to do best or worst?
Best to worst, Empire is going to be the best, in my opinion. I don't like the last 3 movies very much. I really don't.
Tell us how you really feel. See, that's why I didn't don't go there.
Yeah, there's some stuff in them I just can't. I can forgive a lot for a space opera, but there's just some stupid crap in those. But that's my opinion, of course. Say it again.
Matt Ray being the Mary Sue protagonist.
There's so much, man. It's just I'm just gonna be a Skywalker. The hell with everything. I'm just gonna be a Skywalker from now on. Whatever.
She really likes that name.
I know. I mean, it's a badass name. I mean, who wouldn't also? My last name sucks now, but
it's gonna be another Martha moment with you, isn't it, Ken?
Yeah. Why'd you say that name?
Weaponized light speed. Weaponized light speed.
Weaponized light speed was badass, and I will fight you on it.
I might lose, but we can fight because that was dumb. So, okay. Well, what about Leia? What about Princess Leia? All of a sudden, surviving space just magically. I'm that great in the Force now that I can survive being. See, even Google's like, sorry, that sucks.
But they show you that she trained.
Yes, that's exactly what I was
really
about
the story.
A movie later.
But is it the story of the directors?
They tell us a movie later what we need to know for it to make sense.
It's because J.J. Abrams was supposed to stick with it all the way through. It should have went ahead and paid him his money.
At least,
hey, bro, I need you
for
all 3.
Real quick, and I'm gonna concede the floor because I'm sorry, I'm trying to take up all the time. But at least the prequels, although they were not the same quality as the original films, at least the prequels made sense to a certain degree. We got a little mad with the metachlorians and stuff like that and all, because now it seemed like it made it kind of just almost some sciencey stuff, but for the most part, things made the general sense. It was just so many things just coming out back to back to back to back.
2 words, high ground.
Jar Jar Binks made sense.
But Jar Jar Binks made sense because in the end of the day, he's a Sith. He's a Sith Lord anyway, or at least or whatever.
You give him way too much credit. If he was only that cool, I wish he was that cool. God, Jar Jar Binks is painful.
All of that is not. It's just play. There's a reason why they got scared when he came down. When he came back home, you know what I'm saying? There was fear in the eyes of the king. It wasn't just pissed off. But that's a whole nother theory, stuff like that. Sorry.
So Ken, go ahead. You say you hate the last 3.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the last 3. I'm a truist. I like the originals. Episode 4, 5, and 6. Big fans of those. When the original came out, the prequels, love and hate with the prequels. For the Phantom Menace, there are parts of it that I celebrate, like the Duel of the Fates duel with Darth Maul. But then there's just like 75% of that movie is just, it's hard. It's hard to stomach. Not good.
The visuals are terrible. I watched episode 1 this morning, and Naboo looks like a 4-year-old rendered it on his laptop.
CGI, bruh, stuff at that time, man. It's a little, it's outdated now. I get you.
Well, we're talking about the same time Jurassic Park came out, so I don't want to hear that.
Well,
Yeah, okay.
a lot of those are animatronics though, and hand built stuff. So, and that costs millions and millions and millions of dollars too. So, I mean, I feel you.
George Lucas has got the money.
That's true.
Understood. Correct.
He invented that technology. I mean,
Yeah.
Industrial Light and Magic created most of this technology.
That's right.
So my best to worst, I got to say 3, Return of the Jedi. Right, that was probably that was probably my favorite. Right. The worst one, obviously, Phantom Menace was the worst one to me. Right. That was the first one, right? That's the one that's the most boringest one to me that I just cannot stomach. Like, I have to fast forward that movie. For me to watch it, it has to be fast forward. In between, the Force Awakening is probably actually number 2. And then obviously Empire Strikes Back, New Hope. Yeah, it's the other last two in there somewhere, right? But those are kind of like my best ones, right? I mean, I can go on and on why, but Return of the Jedi, because you get a chance to see Luke wear the black suit, get the green lightsaber, fighting Emperor, and going in and the Ewoks, looking at the Ewoks and having them battle, create a whole nother world. Like, that was actually really, I don't care what nobody says. That was really cool to me, right?
You cool with teddy bears taking down giant robots?
Yeah, I'm cool with teddy bears.
No.
I'm cool with teddy bears taking down giant robots.
Okay.
To me, it seemed like the Return of the Jedi had a little more fight scenes than Empire Strikes Back and New Hope, right? And I just really like the combat that it had. So that's just me. That's just me. Justin?
Yes, sir.
Good to bad.
Number 1 would probably be Episode 5, Empire Strikes Back, then Rogue One, Episode 6.
I love you, Justin.
Well, you won't love me now because the next one will probably be Less Jedi. Then the Episode 4, Episode 2, Episode 3, Episode 1, and Solo.
Thank you. You got Solo last. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
Horrible.
Yeah, I forget about those. I did like Rogue One. Rogue One was really good. John, you there?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm here.
What's your best or worst Star Wars movie?
Look at John. Hey.
Get action, buddy.
Where have you been all of my life?
Sorry.
Chocolate milkshake.
Let me see some.
I'm sorry, what were you saying?
Best or worst?
Star Wars movies? Star Wars movies?
Yep.
Well, I have to think about that.
Really coming in here somewhere. Like magic.
I mean, dang. I guess The Empire Strikes Back might be number 1, I guess.
Good answer.
Oh, there we go.
To be honest, I've only seen the original trilogy like once. So I can't really give you a complete best of worst.
All right. But you like Empires? Any other ones that you like or that stuck out to you? Positive?
Of course, I obviously like the original trilogy. Episode 4 was cool. And no, I didn't like the idea of teddy bears taking down an entire robot fleet. I didn't like that at all. I didn't like the Ewok. Fuck the Ewoks. I mean,
Well, hey, you really gave us a job.
Yeah, hey, we got stuff. Let's do everybody else.
Rory gave us a job.
Right. So I don't think everybody knows you. So if you can introduce yourself.
Oh,
Yeah.
sure.
So
Yeah. Well, my name is Shirley. I'm in Montgomery. I've been a part of this geek, I forgot the name of the Complete Geek Authority for a little while. And let's see, I think I've won a few things from here too. What was it? The Atom gift card. What was it? I got some other things too. I can't remember.
yeah, so we met Shirley at Gump City Con. That was 2018.
17 or 8? I think it was 18.
17.
17?
Yeah,
Yeah.
first one was 17.
Yeah.
2017 is actually met
Yeah.
Shirley. So what we're actually talking about right now, Shirley, thanks so much for coming in. I guess you saw it in the group. Appreciate it. We're talking about best of worst. Star Wars movie, go.
To be
Okay, let's see. I've seen all 9. I think the worst one for me. Let's see. The worst one. What the heck is that?
Sorry.
Okay. Anyway, the worst one for me, I think, is probably Attack of the Clones.
Ha!
The best one is The Empire Strikes Back.
Amen.
There we go.
No.
Now,
It's like you've been on the call the whole time.
yeah. Now the 3 newer movies, Force Awakens and so forth. I did like the 3. Not, I'm not a big fan of those 3, but I liked them enough. I left out the critics. I also left out the fan base because it's like I'm gonna enjoy it on my own. I don't care. I'll admit the last one, the pacing was a bit off.
So does anybody have? That's pretty good.
No one likes trade negotiations at all. That's the worst part of Star Wars.
Okay. So did you catch it? The last episode of Clone Wars?
I saw it this morning.
What was your thoughts of it?
Oh my gosh, I was blown out. It's like I was expecting it not to be a happy ending. I already knew that, but to see Darth Vader get in there and find Ahsoka's lightsaber,
Yes.
and look at it, and I could see in his eyes like he was not very happy. He's like, I was hoping he was thinking something to the effect of, "I'm glad you're okay," but probably not.
Y'all think he went looking for her to turn her into his apprentice?
That's possible. It's open to interpretation, so I don't see why you could. But it wouldn't be a possibility.
The best Vader apprentice, hands down, is Starkiller, and I don't care if he's not canon or not. He's the best, hands down. And I'm talking
he
about
pulled the whole
original.
Star Destroyer out of the sky.
Yes.
I'm right there with you.
Original Starkiller. Or the clone. It don't even matter. He is the man.
So
Yeah.
what did you guys like favorite moments of watching Star Wars? Like what anybody can go, it doesn't matter. Like what's a monumental moment for you experienced?
That's a good question.
Okay. So keeping it as PG as possible. When I first saw Leia and that cone outfit, that was a awakening for me in certain aspects. So I've been waiting on that. Let's see. So that was an awakening for me. I was very
That's when you discovered your lightsaber.
Did you sleep good?
Yeah, slept real good after that. Like a baby. Okay.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Oh, goodness.
Yes.
I had to unmute myself to contribute to this. I had to.
Go ahead.
So
That's
the best moment has to be when Leia throws them all into the trash compactor. I'm just saying.
Okay.
He completely kills that entire scene, and the Jabba scene. The Jabba scene when Luke walks in and he just kills the Gamorrean guards. Like his entrance is crucial. That one and Darth Vader's original entrance. Like there's no argument. It's the best entrance of a villain, hands down, ever. Like ever.
What about me going through puberty?
I mean, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. And if you're trying to go with the worst Star Wars movie ever, no one must have seen Rise of Skywalker if they're going to complain about anything else. That movie, the end of it was horrible. That whole like Rey and Kylo Ren thing, I don't know what that was all about. That was trash. That was literally the worst Star Wars moment ever.
What about Solo? What about the entire Solo movie?
That wasn't that bad. At least the guy who played Lando was fun. Like, he was funny. Like, I mean, he wasn't Billy D. Williams, but he was cool. But friggin', no, it was bad. Like, it was really bad. Like,
Donald Glover was one of the few saving graces. Okay.
I mean, but Rise of Skywalker sucked. Like,
I will concede to you because you are one of the most people that know the most about Star Wars that I know. So I will concede to you. But Solo sucks ass, so it's at least gonna take second to last in my.
But it was.
I'm not moving it no more.
But it was.
Did he shoot first? Does he shoot first? How many times they gonna keep retconning that? You know what I'm saying? Like.
Plus, we did a meetup, and that was fun, like you said earlier.
Yes.
And the whole thing about Star Wars is watching it with people. That's the whole thing. It's going to take a movie like Star Wars to get people back in the movie theater again. After all of this, we won't be back in the movie theaters until somebody makes an event. It has to be special. Nobody's going to go back until there is another Star Wars.
Black Widow.
Back with Black Widow.
I'm about to say.
Nah, dude. No.
Scarlett Johansson get me back in there.
We'll be there in November.
That's right.
Anyways, guys, I'm going to keep listening, but I have to go back on the phone. But anyways, keep talking because I'm enjoying the hell out of this.
All right.
Bye.
Thanks, Mel.
Bye. Who was that?
That's Mel. She's a big Star Wars fan. She posts a lot of things like Star Wars in our group. And we've known her. We've known Mel since we started Pensacon in when did we start Pensacon? 2016?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, 2016. And she's been coming to our panels ever since then. So
well, I like her because I completely agree with her on the Rise of Skywalker.
Not just
but her reasons and your reasons are a little different. So we can't say our reasons because a lot of people they don't want to, they'll get a little offended.
Well, I can talk about how Palpatine had this tremendous plan and created this fleet, and did all this awesome things on this Sith planet, and it was all.
And they couldn't even get out the planet.
It was only one damn tower keeping it all from happening. It's like one damn tower.
At least we found out about the Death Star. Why? It was implemented like that. Buddy put that in there on purpose to give them a chance because the guy that they had making it obviously wasn't really fucking with him. He was a spy. So we found out later on about why that was in there. But there's no excuse. Palpatine made that plan. That is his plan. That is the number one bad guy's plan. Let me give you one way to beat me. I'm going to give it to you, and I'm going to make it easy access.
Yeah, Palpatine never planned on space horses. I'm just saying.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
So, do you think
I'm going to watch that movie again here probably tonight?
Do you not think that
right before this?
Do you not think that was his whole plan in the beginning? To be able to jump like he does?
To set himself up to fail?
I mean, he had many different options.
Justin would start talking once he's writing something down so it'll pick up on him, on you.
Oh.
Yeah, Justin's got something to say about Rise of Skywalker. He's got something to say.
I just watched it right before this. It's got some problems, but I'm not sure I get all of the hate for it. There were some bad moments in that movie.
Mr. Deadpool, holy shit. sorry, I couldn't ignore that.
I guess you owe him a beer, don't you, kid?
I'm sorry, Justice, but that was some CNA After Dark stuff right there. I had to pause.
Got a little overshadowed there, brother.
Sorry, man. We're listening. We're
What are
listening.
y'all talking about? Is there something behind me?
I don't know.
So go ahead, Justin.
We got to talk, man. I think you got ghosts in your house or something.
I don't know what y'all are talking about.
Okay.
I thought it was a good movie. I mean, y'all heard me. It's still towards the bottom of the 11, but I mean, Palpatine force lightning the entire sky and taking all of those ships down was freaking incredible. I thought they did a good job of tying Kylo and Rey together with this whole dyad and the Force thing. That moment where she puts the saber behind her and he pulls it out and takes down the Knights of Ren. There are some cool moments in that movie.
Granted.
Yes, they're space horses, but it's a cool movie.
Space horses.
It was a good movie. So does anybody other than EJ and his fantasy nights have a good moment of watching a Star Wars movie?
Oh man, right there at the beginning, as a small kid, seeing Luke flying down the Death Star, Han comes in and takes that shot. He gets that shot off and blows up the Death Star. As a little kid, that moment was awesome. I went to Chuck E. Cheese and played that game 1,000,000 times to blow up that Death Star and be Luke Skywalker.
Yep. I was in the pod racing a lot, and I will say that episode 1 kind of changed the way I did video games. At the time, there was a game on Nintendo 64, Star Wars pod racing and whatnot, and it really got me into racing games. So I wasn't really a racer until then. You said what?
It's about to get re-released on the Switch.
Oh my God!
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much.
You better be yourself.
So I will have that. Thank you very much, because that was my game. So that got me into like Need for Speed on PlayStation, and then I started even doing like NASCAR simulations based off of pod racing. Like, so that was one thing that was cool. It changed like the whole way I game. It gave me a new genre to get into.
I can't wait to play it again. I ain't played it since it came out the first time.
Mike, so I have to say that my moment that getting the chance to watch it with my dad, experience of watching the movie together, and then watching that's been like it's lightsaber. This is actually my favorite thing about has lightsaber fight.
Anybody catch any of that?
I heard lightsaber fighting.
I heard lightsaber fighting sound like a chipmunk.
Can't lie, because it made me want to play with a stick.
It made you want to play with a stick.
Whoa, I need context.
To transition to ninja movies. So yeah, that's
not the first time we talked about playing lightsabers in this conversation.
Yo, what's good, Mike?
What's going on?
There's Mike.
Hey, everybody.
Well, these bald heads looking sexy over here today, boy. I need to go ahead and shave mine off, boy. Hey.
Yeah, I'm working on the beard too. I'm gonna try to be like you, EJ. I'm gonna start with a goatee, and then I'm gonna work my way up to a beard.
You get the beard, and I go bald.
So I'm a combination.
Same thing. We'll be triplets.
I'm a combination of both of y'all because I got hair on my head plus a beard.
You balding in the middle though, so I don't even know why you doing that. Can't nobody see
that? They're trying to hide it.
All hair.
Y'all see how them gaps in the head? Look at it.
Because that's the dread, dude. What you talking about, man? So, Mike,
we talking Star Wars? We talking movies? What we talking?
We're talking Star Wars, the movies. What's your best and worst? Your favorite moment? And did you catch up Clone Wars?
I haven't caught the Clone Wars just yet. I've been working a lot, so by the time I get done, I haven't had a lot of time to watch a lot of TV. And I had Disney Plus, but then I was like, I was gonna sort of like wait till the Mandalorian got more episodes. But you guys have been telling me about the Clone Wars. I've been watching the shows, so I need to actually get in there and catch up to where I was before.
Sorry about that.
Everybody. I what happened with me was I had a friend calling in on Skype, so that's my fault.
You're quite right.
I'm going to get off now. I got some things to do and give give other people can talk and get in here and everything like that. I'll see you guys later, all right?
Okay.
Thank you, Jay.
Later, man.
John, did you get a chance to talk about
Hey,
what was your childhood moment, John?
My favorite moment was the lightsaber battle between Qui-Gon Jinn, Darth Maul, and Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Okay.
That was my
and the Phantom Menace.
Yeah.
What's been your favorite moment, Mike?
I actually enjoyed the Attack of the Clones when all the Jedi just popped up in the Coliseum and started, so many lightsabers lit up at one time and they're all fighting the androids and stuff. So I like that as far as a group battle. One-on-one, I'm thinking number 3, where Obi-Wan fought Anakin, which had just turned to the dark side. That was a pretty intense battle. And that always reminds me, say, I got the high ground. When someone says I got the high ground, that ends the conversation because it's like, you don't want to mess with me.
That is a pretty good moment. That is a pretty good moment. What was your childhood moment, Shirley?
My favorite moment, everything Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's see. Definitely that battle between Ahsoka and Darth Maul a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
That was sweet. That was awesome.
Yeah, it was.
Let's see. Definitely Luke and Darth Vader in Return of the Jedi. And then the funniest thing, watching a video of the Star Wars celebration in Chicago last year, we had Ian McDiarmid show up just after the trailer for The Rise of Skywalker, and in his Darth Sidious voice, he says, "Roll it again." That is so funny. That's perfect. I loved it.
That was a good moment. What else you got? You guys have any other Star Wars stuff you want to talk about?
Video games.
The video games, dope.
Star Wars.
Speaking about that, the Jedi Order just put in more content for you. People with the game, you got more suits and more things to do, more missions or a new planet.
A Game Plus mission, which is a harder go through.
Oh.
More difficult AI.
I
believe you can go through it with your full level of power. So I think that's the thing. It's way more difficult, but you get to start the game with all the power.
Oh, I gotta play that again, man.
That sounds interesting.
With your GameFly, I guess you're gonna go grab it again, right, Justin?
Yeah, yes, sir. Right now I'm playing Legend of Zelda again, but when I'm done with that,
yeah, I'm gonna have to big shout out to our sponsor GameFly. I'm definitely gonna check that out. Anybody excited about Tiki directing another Star Wars movie?
Taika Waititi? I'd like to see that.
Now I have to ask, what do you guys' theory on what this story gonna look like? Because he's a wild character.
He's a wild card. I think it would be really cool if they have the Bad Batch come in there in live action.
Glenn hasn't watched this season yet, so he doesn't know who the Bad Batch is.
It's basically my favorite one is Wrecker by far.
Was Watiti getting a new Star Wars era? Are they going to do an entirely new era, or is it this movie? Do we know anything about this movie?
I don't think we know
It had to be a
anything.
new
Yet.
era because the last one was the end of the Skywalker run. So
Maybe he's getting the Old Republic movie.
That's what I want. Yes.
That's what I want to see.
All they said was that he's going in with another co-writer, and they're going to write a screenplay for a Star Wars movie. They didn't necessarily say a trilogy. You know, like when they made the announcement about Rian Johnson, they said he's going to have a trilogy, a trilogy to a trilogy to actually make. He said he's going to make a Star Wars movie.
Who's playing with their lightsaber again?
not me.
So they just said they're gonna do a movie. I don't know. I hope he does Old Republic 2 because I actually like the game. That's speaking about that game. Did you guys play the Old Republic 1 and 2?
Oh, I haven't
They'd have
played
an
it yet.
Xbox.
I'm not a gamer by trade, but
I see.
Your sports is as big as mine.
this lightsaber would be great at a rave party.
That would be one. You got nothing on Ken and Justin. Those lightsabers, them boys got. They have to charge.
Yeah, they're probably like the real ones from what's that place called? Ultra Saber or something like that?
That's exactly what this is.
Yep.
That's right.
Yeah,
I would have loved to have gotten one with a Thundercats Eye of Thundera lightsaber, but that thing was a little out of my budget.
I saw that. We saw that online, man. That thing's awesome.
I saw that at Dragon Con, but it's a little out of my price range, so
they're worth
I got
it.
a wooden
Save the
Sword of
money.
Romans instead for like $20.
No, man, save your money. They're worth it. So they're so awesome.
Yeah.
Ken, did you read any of the Star Wars comics?
Yeah, man. If everything Marvel is doing with the Star Wars comics right now is just amazing, especially anything focused on Darth Vader. I mean, they have taken the moment he became Darth Vader and filled out that story. And you've seen him in the Marvel comics. You've seen him go after his first lightsaber. You've seen him build his first lightsaber. So if that's not something everybody hasn't checked out, it's worth your time. It's so good.
Yeah.
But you start killing.
No.
Not yet.
Not canon.
So how did
I feel like saying roll it again.
Did you read the comic too, Mike?
I checked out the comics. Yeah, I checked out a few of them, and it is interesting. Very, very good for the lore. And I've checked out the video game, so which I won't give any spoilers on it, but someone makes an appearance that it's sort of the video game is sort of after Rogue One. Well, no, it's not after Rogue One. It's before Rogue One. The Fallen Order is before Rogue One because my man makes an appearance that from Rogue One. Oh God, I'm gonna forget his name.
5 years after the fall of the Republic.
Yeah.
So it's not Order 66, right?
5 years
No,
after Order 66.
it's after that. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But it's before Rogue One because South. God, what's his name? The guy Forrest Whitaker played. I think it's Safo Diaz. Safo, yeah.
This is the Rebel era, right?
A younger version of him is in the video game.
Well, Rogue One takes place literally minutes before Episode 4, so you got about 18 years before that.
Yeah.
Have
a
you
great
guys seen
time to put some more movies in.
Here's a question: have you guys seen the Disney gallery for like behind the scenes of The Mandalorian with all the directors?
It just dropped. So
yeah,
I
it just dropped today.
Yeah.
I've already watched the whole thing. There were some real funny bits in there.
Any insight into the next season in that show?
No, not really.
Oh, that's disappointing.
It was cool.
I was a little disappointed too.
Directed the season finale.
Yeah,
he did.
What know which one he had his hand on.
Yeah, it's like what makes it fun is like Dave Filoni almost did not take the job at first to do the Clone Wars series because he thought it was a practical joke.
Wow.
That's
if you
funny.
watch the whole thing, it is that part is so funny.
He thought it was a practical joke.
He thought it was a practical joke.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's wild.
But if you watch it, trust me, there's some parts that are gonna make you laugh really hard.
All right, I gotta check it out. I'm guilty. I haven't finished. I just started Mandalorian.
Oh,
I
that's
just started
terrible.
Mandalorian.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I
know.
binge watched it on New
yeah. I
Year's
feel bad
Day.
about missing the Clone Wars, but you haven't even seen Mandalorian. Oh Lord.
I'm just catching up on this stuff, man. I'm telling you, I've been
time.
doing a lot of stuff.
Hey, it's a thing called life.
Glenn,
Yeah,
I'm
man.
so happy with my choice not to have children.
But children are a beautiful thing. Okay, children are a beautiful thing. Your seeds, loin of your seeds, walking around. Just look, is that you? No,
They come
John,
in handy
hey.
during tax season, though.
They do. They come really big and handy. John, what's your favorite Star Wars game?
I like how John just kind of pops up when he calls his name. It's
Right.
He's snapping in between.
yeah, it's like you wake him up.
Knights of the Old Republic, Xbox.
Yeah.
Did anybody ever play the Xbox game it was called Jedi Starfighter? Anybody play that?
I
have an
played it on
Xbox, I
the
don't
PS
know.
now. It was a good it's a space shooter, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I played it. I liked it.
it's a great
I
game,
did
man. I don't hear much
pod
about it.
racing
But
game too, but not as fun. Because you can't blow stuff up in the pod racing game. Well, you can, but it's not the same as a Starfighter.
Mostly yourself.
Yeah. Oh, that reminds me. I
pretty
missed
much.
something last night. This may sound unrelated, but let me explain something. Food Network had the Buddy versus Duff 2 season finale, and they were building Star Wars cakes.
Wow.
Yeah, Kieran, I
I
talked
need
about
to
that
look at that.
last night's show. About building all this cake. Food Network.
I got my characters, so.
Hey, did anybody play Jedi Academy 1 and 2?
Yes, I did.
No.
Like it.
I really enjoyed them. I also played Jedi Outcast. Did anyone play that?
Yes, I played Jedi Outcast. I know exactly what you're talking about. It was a one-person shooter, right?
What was that?
It was a one-person shooter, right? It was in first person.
It was one of the first games that lets you switch back and forth from third person to first person.
Who won this year? I have to check. I can't remember.
Yeah, LucasArts has made some games.
And what now?
LucasArts has made a lot of games. You know, there's a lot of Star Wars games out there. But once these new consoles were able to, started with the Xbox, once they were able to go high HD, it just took it to a whole nother level. You know, PlayStation 2 games were decent. Some of them were graphically. You know, even the Super Nintendo was good for its day. You know, Super
That
Empire
Force Awakens
back
game.
and all that. Yeah, but now it's just amazing.
Anybody watch the Ewoks movie? Just have to ask.
Yeah.
Is that the Christmas one?
Huh?
Which the Ewoks movie?
Man, when I was a kid, that was on like the local
By the
TV
way, it was
channel
Buddy
movie
who
like
won the season.
every weekend.
I think it was
Yeah, it
made
was-
for TV.
It was.
Was that the one that had like the Christmas special?
No, that's a different bit of awfulness.
Oh, okay.
This is one that had the little dude that was
Check
like
out the
Flash.
Rift version of that thing. It is super funny. The
So
Rift version of the Star Wars Holiday Special is extremely funny.
honestly, I've never seen it because I think that came out in 79.
About 78, 79.
Yeah.
And then what happened was someone was able to find it. Someone was able to find it, and then Rift Tracks, they were able to riff everything. They even have the commercials.
Wow.
That's the first ever appearance of Boba Fett.
Yep, in the cartoon, right?
Really?
Yes, it was Boba Fett's very first appearance. So he was seen before The Empire Strikes Back.
That's right.
I guess I need to find it somewhere and dug in a grave somewhere.
Yeah.
Hey guys,
Check YouTube. I think it's there. I think YouTube's got it.
Hey,
Say
Glenn.
what now?
Hey, man, I need to bounce off here, guys. I got a little more work to do for the day.
Take
All right,
care.
brother.
I got some things to do myself, so
Hey,
I'm gonna have to
Ken.
go too.
May the force be with you guys. Enjoyed it.
Yep. May the fourth be with you. Tomorrow, Revenge of the Fifth, Taco Tuesday, and
Star
Cinco
Trek?
de Mayo.
Yes, thank you,
Nice.
That's
Mike.
right.
Later, y'all.
Hey, if you guys have anything else you want to talk about, I guess everybody can kind of jump off. You guys have anything you want to talk about?
Nope, that's it for me.
No, I had a great time.
John, you got something you want to talk about?
No, not really.
I will be organizing the playlist to have a special Star Wars playlist, YouTube videos that we've already shot. So I'm just going to add them to a Star Wars playlist so that people can check out all our Star Wars stuff.
Cool beans. Hey, thank you guys so much. Actually, thank you, Shirley. Thank you, Mel, for jumping in on this. I guess it's a Star Wars May the Force be with you panel. We talked about a lot of different things. Maybe we need to do this more often, and I need to get up on my game so that I can talk about the stuff more in detail, and go through some other things, stuff like that. So, oh, by the way, one thing before we go, what is everybody doing for Star Wars Day? I know Justin been watching all the movies. You saw all 9 of them today, right, Justin?
Well, no, I watched The Rise of Skywalker, I watched Clone Wars, and I've actually been going back through and watching Rebels today.
What are you doing for Star Wars Day, Shirley?
Let's see. I've watched Clone Wars. I've watched that Disney Gallery with the Mandalorian, and just putting out those memes about May the Fourth be with you.
Cool. What about you, John?
I've been playing Streets of Rage 4.
Hey, me too, Jana.
Not related to Star Wars, right, John?
Yeah. Yeah.
Mike, what you doing for Star Wars Day?
I'm gonna watch probably the whole new trilogy. I'm gonna start with The Force Awakens and go through it all again just one more time, and see if I catch something I didn't catch before, and then I'll probably catch up on Clone Wars.
6 hours of madness, and I know Mel's probably gonna do something. Mel, can you say something or no? Give her a minute.
I can say one thing real quick. I'm going to go watch A New Hope at the drive-in at the Pensacola Fairgrounds. They're showing it tonight.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah. So I'm kind of excited because Star Wars is the first outdoor movie I saw. The first IMAX movie I saw was Attack of the Clones. And so now the first drive-in is going to be Star Wars. So I'm kind of excited.
That is free. So I guess I'm gonna catch up on my Mandalorian, and then I'm gonna catch up on my Clone Wars, and I'm gonna catch up on Rebels too, because I'm actually gonna probably go back and forth between Rebels and Clone Wars, right? And
yeah,
my man,
Mandalorian is fire. That thing is amazing. That's straight Star Wars, and it's so funny because it's so much better than like Rise of Skywalker. It's hilarious. It's crazy how good it is.
I agree. It felt so fresh to me when I first saw it. It's like, holy cow, this is awesome.
Yeah, but I'm super excited about the drive-in because it's going to be a good time. I cannot wait to go.
I wish I hadn't lost that drive-in on 31 between Prattville and Montgomery, because we had a real drive-in theater. They tore it down in 1990 to put that extension of US 82. Crap.
Yeah. Well, with social distancing, you might get some more drive-ins popping up. This is only like a pop-up, but they're doing like Goonies. They did Goonies over the weekend, and then like a whole bunch of good stuff like Back to the Future. But I refused to go until I could see Star Wars first. So I skipped them, even though I kind of wanted to go watch Goonies. But I want Star Wars to be the first one I go to because it's like a tradition.
So, gotcha.
Yeah, I'm a nerd. I'm a straight Star Wars nerd. So.
Hey, no,
You're in the right place.
That's right. Well, hey, thank you guys so much. Justin, Mike, Shirley, John, Mel, Ken, EJ, Mr. Deadpool. Not supposed to be there, but hey, I appreciate you guys so much. May the force be with you, and hopefully we can do this again. Maybe we'll do like a Marvel thing or a DC thing, right? I don't
Or
know.
like
Oh,
One that's
Lord.
coming
your,
up,
your
right?
favorite obscure
Eventually.
show
Yeah.
or something
No.
like that.
Yeah,
It's a good
have
idea.
our
It's a lot of
first
fun.
show. All right, thanks. Appreciate it, guys. I'll catch you guys on the next one.
Okay.
Bye.
Later.
Mm.